This is the outside of the Auto-Sleeper Warwick Duo. If I firstly move to the gas tank fill point, which is located just here, to fill the gas tank up, just push in and twist to release the cover, and then our UK nozzles slide over this section just here. The majority of them just require you sliding the nozzle on, turning a lever and pulling that lever towards you to lock it onto the side of the van. Then it's just a matter of holding a button down on the pump to start filling the gas tank up. When it comes to releasing the nozzle, push the lever forward, twist and pull towards you. This centre part just here is to take screw-in continental adapters. To view how much gas is in the tank, we just need to come to where the gauge is, just here. This can only be viewed when the engine is running, and you'll get a series of green lights indicating how much gas is in the tank, and these will slowly go out as you use the gas up. The leisure battery in this particular model is just located underneath the driver's seat. Mains hookup just here. Just remember that when you are releasing the hookup cable, to just push down on the blue lever to allow it to release. Both vents for the fridge. This is a fully winterized motorhome, so it is supplied with winter covers for the fridge vents. These literally clip on from the bottom and then just push to fully secure, and then obviously do the same with the other vent. This will now only allow the fridge to vent from the lower and topper points, so in the winter months of the year it will hold some heat in and make the fridge run more efficiently. These are also very handy to keep on when the van is in storage and when you're also washing it. Do make sure that they are removed in the summer months of the year, or otherwise the fridge will just overheat and not run correctly. Next we have external TV and satellite points just here, and then we have fresh water tank fill just here. To use this fill point, you do need to make sure that the 12 volt is turned on inside the motorhome. You'll see we have two filler hoses. We have a submersible pump, so you can fill the motorhome up using a water container, and then we also have a direct to tap hose. If you're on a fully serviced pitch, you can literally leave the tap turned on, and this hose will constantly replenish the tank as you are using the water. If you're going to be filling up using a water barrel, literally drop the submersible into the water barrel and then just plug in, flap down to lock it into place. Fresh water tank drain just here, and then we have a grey water drain point just here. Flue for the Truma Combi boiler. We do not need to do anything with these particular flues, just make sure that nothing is obstructing it. And then we have spare wheel just here. To get access to the spare wheel, in the jack and wheel brace kit there's a bar that locates where my finger is just here. Attach the brace to it to then wind the spare wheel down. There is an air line that actually runs to the spare wheel, and the valve itself is just located here, so you can check the tyre pressure and top it up if required without having to drop the spare wheel itself. At the rear of the van we have the reverse camera just here, and then we have the tow bar, and then rear access. Barbecue point just here. To use this you will need a barbecue adapter. It's basically a brass spear about this long. Attach the hose of the barbecue to one end of it and secure it with a Jubilee clip, and then the other end will lock into place where my finger is here. Once it's locked in, it will then allow you to turn the gas on. To release it, just push the collar up and it will then pop back out again. Electric step just here. This will automatically put itself away when the engine is started, and it can also be put in and out on the button just here. Warning light switch just here. And then we have the entrance light just here. The location of the cassette toilet is just here. This particular toilet does have a separate header tank. So to top the flush water up, just remove the cap, add your pink solution if you wish, and then top the rest up with water. As you can see, it looks full, but it's currently not. This is a U-bend, so as you put more water in, it will force it round it. To view how much water is in the header tank, just come to the gauge just here, and as you can see, we've only got a minimal amount in at the moment. To drain the header tank down for winterization, just unclip it at the bottom and then pull down and then just pour away. To remove the cassette itself, just lift up on the lever and then pull towards you. Before use, remove the green cap and add your toilet chemical with a small amount of water. This is also where it empties from. Just remember that when you are pouring it away, to hold the button in just here to release the vacuum inside, and it's also advisable to keep this seal lubricated. Thetford do their own seal lubricant, but any silicone based lubricant is fine. And by turning this section here, allows access inside the cassette for additional cleaning. All of these cassettes now are on wheels with extendable handles. Above my head we have the Thule Omni Store rollout canopy. The canopy winding handle is just located here. To wind the canopy out, pop the handle in at this point just here and then begin winding it out. As you can now see, I've wound the canopy out a short distance, so I always prefer to do this first and then drop the legs to give it some support, so you're not putting too much stress on the canopy itself or on the top of the van. The legs are sprung loaded, so if I just push in here, I can then drop the leg and then drop it to the ground. Get it at the height I require, and then just lock the grey lever up, and this will then lock the leg into position. And then if I do exactly the same again, just drop the leg to the ground, and then lock it in. You can now see that the canopy is supported, and I can now continue to wind it out. As you can now see, the canopy is fully wound out. You can peg the canopy to the ground. You can also purchase guide ropes or storm straps for them as well. It's best not to actually leave them out in high winds, as it does run the risk of being blown over the top of the van itself. If you put the canopy away wet, it's always advisable to get it back out and dry as soon as possible. When it comes to popping the canopy away, begin winding the canopy back in, walking the legs in as you go. Stop at roughly the point where we dropped the legs before, pop them back in, and then continue winding. You will find that the canopy winding handle can get stuck like it is at the moment. To release it, just push it in, twist it round, and then it will release itself. Underneath the motorhome, you will find the gas tank itself, and to isolate the gas tank, just undo this black cap here, and then sitting behind here you will find a brass knob, exactly the same as what you would find on a propane bottle, and you can turn the gas off at this point here. If you need to do it also very quickly as well, you can also isolate it on the yellow lever just here next to the regulator. Diesel fill just here, and the cap unlocks on the ignition key. Tyre pressures on the door pillar just here, and then tucked down here we have the Alco Air top-up suspension gauges. So at the rear you will find airbags, and these can be inflated and deflated depending on comfort and load. Standard valves, exactly the same as you would find on the vehicle itself or on a push bike, etc. Just literally pop it on, and you can do this with either a hand pump, foot pump, or a compressor. If you are using a compressor, just be careful, because they do not require a great amount of air, and you do run the risk of popping them. Anywhere in the green is absolutely fine. If you find that they're in the red, so they're fully deflated, when you go over a bump you will definitely know about it, because it will bang. Jack and wheel brace kit is all just located underneath the passenger seat. Vehicle battery is underneath the floor of the cab just here, and bonnet release is just here.